Hello, everyone, and welcome into a very, very special edition of All In, WFUV's Women's Sports Podcast. I'm Julia Moss, joined in here by Maddie Bimonte, but Maddie, we are not the only ones here today. We are also joined here by none other than Fordham women's basketball guard Anna Dewolfe. Anna's accolades have piled up since joining the Rams 4 years ago. Some include being named Atlantic 10 Co-Player of the Year and First Team All-Conference, along with Academic All-Conference and being named Preseason First Team All-Conference for this season that has just gotten underway. With that being said, Anna, I know I speak for Maddie and I when I say we are so grateful you took the time out of your day to be here. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. We're going to get right into it with the first question. And we'll start with the most recent thing. Last night, you guys played St. Peter's and it was a blowout. I was here producing it and it was so much fun to watch and listen to, obviously with our WFUV broadcasters, but you guys won by more than 40 points and securing your second 80-point victory, which I found incredible. And my question along with that is, has offense been a key point leading into this season, and what has attributed most to that offensive success we've seen this season so far?
I think we go into every game just focusing on our defense, and offense will take care of it. I mean, we got so many steals last night. Those turned into easy buckets on offense. So definitely going in with the defensive mentality was key to that game last night.
Exactly, and we really saw it in absolute domination. Like, it was absolutely electric to watch those steals come to play. Like, I can't get over, how fun it was just to see stuff like that. But it being your senior season, when you kind of look back at your time at Fordham from freshman year to now, what aspects of your particular game do you think has changed or improved?
I think just maturity has been a really big growth in my game since my freshman year. Just being able to stay calm and just enjoy it and have fun. Definitely just the maturity of taking the initiative to mentally prepare and face adversity through everything.
Absolutely. And, we talk about changes that have happened through the 4 years. This most recent season, we've seen a coaching change. And, of course, with that, you're always going to have an adjustment of some sort. But now with Coach Green coming in, how has that been, first of all, with Coach Green becoming your head coach, but also what, she is someone you're familiar with. So I guess my question is, what do you see there in the difference between her becoming an assistant head coach and transitioning into becoming the leader of the team?
I think I know I speak for a lot of my teammates when I say this. Just we feel really confident when we're on the court and being able to play basketball free and enjoy everyone being able to be on the court. I think that has been really a big change from last year to this year, and just she's instilled confidence in everyone on our roster, and I think that's the biggest difference between last year and this year.
Yeah, and when you mention just team chemistry, I'm curious to know, when you have, so many people either leaving or coming back, how does the team chemistry kind of change, and what does it kind of look like for you guys now going into this season? Is it pretty good so far, and are you guys looking forward to the rest of the season? But how when you lose players, how do you guys deal with stuff like that?
Well, I've always said this when I get a question asked about my teammates. I can confidently say that we're all best friends on and off the court, and I think that's what makes our group so special. Is we know at the end of the day we have each other's back no matter what we go through in practice or in a game, and I think that's what sets our team ahead of our opponents.
Absolutely. And, you guys have a ton of players coming back this season, which I think is huge. Obviously, losing Jeremiah is not great. She was a huge part of the team. But, all things considered, you guys have a ton of players coming back. But we're going to switch a little away from Fordham basketball and get into some, as you know, All In is a women's sports podcast. We're going to switch into some more, of your opinions and experiences as a woman athlete yourself. And my first question is there anything you'd like to see change surrounding the dialogue around women's sports, especially in basketball? You see differences in media coverage and the way it's respected. And that's something that frustrates me. I was wondering, as a viewer and as someone who's a huge fan of women's sports, I was wondering what your opinion and your perspective on that is.
I mean, there's always growth in that area, in life and in sports especially. I think I'd like to just obviously, like you said, see more advertising for women's sports. And I think I just go back to when I tell someone about my game on campus, come to my game, they don't even know that we're having a game. And I think that's something that needs to be changed, especially just here at Fordham, just advertising our game and letting the community informs campus knowing about our game. I think that would be a big change.
Yeah, and we were chatting a little bit before the show started and talking about kind of the open that we have with all the different women's sports icons, really, that exist in the world. I'm just curious to know, do you have a particular women's sport icon that you followed throughout your career and just your childhood that you really looked up to, like in any sport, or who was that kind of person for you to guide you?
This sounds kind of silly, but I always go back to when I was like a little girl and just playing basketball and idolizing people that were playing in high school in my community. And I always go back to the same person that I idolized as a little kid, and her name was Allie Clement. She actually had a really good career at Marist College. She took me under her wing when I was like a really little girl, and I always remember that. And I just remember saying when I was a little girl, saying like, I want to be like her, and I didn't mean that by I didn't want to be her as a basketball player. I wanted to be her as a role model for younger kids, and I always just go back to that when I get asked that question, because she had a huge impact on who I am now and who I was as a kid too.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of switching gears a little bit in, how it impacts the team itself. We were talking about this before the interview, your entire coaching staff is composed of women. And I think that's huge, especially in women's sports, looking at, the trajectory of women getting positions within athletics. And I was just wondering, what do you think that impact has been on the team itself when you look up and you see, every leadership position is a woman?
Yeah, I mean, it has a great impact on all of us, just knowing that they're great, positive role models for all of us to be like them when we're older, and obviously know that that's an opportunity that we have as well. I think it's great, and we obviously can connect with them a lot better, especially having younger coaches, female coaches. But yeah, I think they definitely have a huge impact on our lives as women athletes.
Yeah, so before we kind of switch into some more fun questions and really get to know you, I do want to ask about your upcoming next two games. You're facing off against two ranked teams, number 17 Maryland, 24 Princeton. They're both away. How are you guys preparing for these two matchups, and does it look anything different than what a normal game might be?
I think that's it's a really good opportunity for our team to see where we are offensively and defensively. Going into these games, obviously, on paper, it may not be us coming out with a win, but we know we're going to go out there and play our hardest and see no name on that jersey and go in as the underdogs, and that's the best way to play, just knowing you've got no pressure to win, and we'll see. I'm definitely confident in our group of girls, the way that we play defense and the way that we play unselfish offense, we definitely can come out with wins.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're now switching into the portion that I'm probably most excited about. I love asking some fun questions. It's my favorite part.
We love to have we usually do at the end of every show. We like to ask fun questions, and we've ranged from Halloween costumes to Taylor Swift albums. We do it all here.
We had a show right before, the day before Midnight's dropped, and we just we spent a good 20 minutes talking about Taylor Swift. It went off the rails, but that is what is most fun. Mm-hmm. But my first question, Anna, is what is your go-to game day song?
Oh, man.
Or genre, if song is too specific.
That's probably too specific. We're a huge country team. We love to listen
really?
to country, which is weird, I know, but we
I am happy
country.
to hear that.
So anything, I know that's weird. A lot of people wouldn't say that, but we're a huge country team.
You're actually sitting in a room with two Southerners here. So I am from Tennessee and Maddie is from North Carolina, so Maddie, did you say you liked country music?
I'm not the hugest country fan.
Wow.
I wish there was a Booch soundtrack loaded up. That is so disappointing.
Do you have a favorite artist that you lean towards at all?
I like Morgan Wallen. I like Zach Bryan. I like Luke Combs. So I like all of them.
I don't know if the camera can see, but this is the last song I listened to. This is what I was listening to coming into the studio today.
Nice.
Huge on country music. So happy to hear that. But Maddie, you can ask the...
Yeah, I'm also curious to know, every player says something different when I talk to them about this, but do you have a favorite school that you've played against or a favorite stadium to visit, and why is that kind of your favorite?
It's an interesting question. I don't know. I mean, I like traveling. I like going on the road when we go play other places. I like seeing what their campus is like and comparing it to ours and seeing what their facilities and arenas. Like, I wouldn't really say it was really cool to play at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
That was cool, but we don't really do that every year, so it wouldn't be my favorite. But I like Rose Hill.
Yeah, good answer.
It's
Good answer.
comfortable. I mean, we're used to it. We play really well there. So I don't know. I wouldn't know of any specific one that stands out to me.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jinx.
Jinx.
Anyways, so other than being on like amazing podcasts like this one, let's say you have an off day where there's no practice. Of course, today practice got canceled. So what is the first thing you do, or what is your favorite thing to do, especially during a season where you don't get that many off days? What is like your favorite thing to do to like unwind and enjoy a day where you can just do whatever you want?
I really don't sleep in that much, even on off days. So I definitely like to get a good amount of sleep, but definitely don't sleep the day away. I like to catch up on homework some days. It really depends on the day. Like today, I just kind of hung out. We went to the gym, did some recovery. But yeah, nothing really specific.
Yeah. When you say catch up on homework, do you have a favorite class right now, or a favorite class you've taken? Because there's like always like one class I feel like that sticks out, but other classes, like I cannot do the homework. I hate doing it. I hate sitting down.
Yeah. I've taken public relations with Nick Leshy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like literally the best professor I've ever had in my entire life. That my mind always goes to that class.
Nice.
And it wasn't even just like the class; it was him. Like he
Yeah.
made it so much fun, and he's just a good guy too. So definitely Nick Leshy.
Nice.
I recommend if you want a good, easy.
I might have to take
A.
a class like that, honestly.
You should.
Must
yeah.
be nice to be a junior.
Online. I took him for online writing, public relations, some other class too. A couple of them.
Nice. I
He's really easy.
wish I had another semester to take them. That's
Yeah.
like that could be a whole spiral within itself. But moving on here. I have a question and then a quick follow-up question. First, do you have a favorite either TV show or movie of all time?
Gilmore Girls.
Really?
That's been on the watch list for me for a minute.
It has been on mine.
Really good. I
Yeah.
love it. I cried my eyes out the last episode. I was so upset that it was over, and it was so good.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a
man.
feel-good show. So
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, there's some drama, but it's good.
Is it
Mhm.
like
Really
a
good.
long show? Like how many is a lot of seasons?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's 22 episodes per season, like 7 seasons I think it is.
Jeez.
It's really, really good though. I recommend it.
I might
And you
start
like don't have to like pay attention hard
Mhm.
to like understand what's going
I
on.
like
Like you could
those.
be doing other stuff if you want to be, you know.
Good.
So I like that.
I get Gilmore Girls and Gossip Girl confused. Which one is the one with Blake Lively?
That's Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl?
Girl,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, noted.
I
All right.
also really like One Tree Hill. I'm in the middle of that right now.
Now we're talking.
Now we're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
One Tree Hill is really good too.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Quick follow-up. Do you have a favorite? I mean, some might say this might be too early to ask this, but I disagree. I think as soon as Halloween ends, it's Christmas season.
Okay.
Do you have... Well, first of all, what is your opinion on that? When is it time to listen to Christmas music?
Now?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maddie?
I give it like maybe another week. Like only because because it doesn't get cold in North Carolina, so I'm not
Okay,
I'm not in the
fair.
mood. Yeah, because
Well, I'm from Maine, so
But I'm from
cold.
Tennessee.
It's been cold for
I
a while now.
took a trip to Maine. I really enjoyed my trip. I went
love
to
Maine.
Portland, and like that whole area was so nice.
I'm like 10 minutes north of Portland.
Lobster
so I'm
was
right there.
fantastic.
Yep.
Man, okay. I'm glad to know we're on the same page as far as Christmas music, or Christmas music time goes. Maddie, get with the wave.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm lacking today.
Favorite Christmas movie?
Home Alone. Definitely.
Classic.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
I
no
would say that's
question.
my favorite. Yeah.
Really?
No question.
It's either my favorite or I'm always, oh gosh, I feel like the Polar Express used to be a childhood classic of just like watching that. The music was kind of like always a good like time to enjoy, but Home Alone is just like, it's funny. It's like refreshing every time to watch it. It's just like,
you can't get sick of it.
you can't get sick
like
of it.
we watch it all the time.
And the thing
so-
is like, I can't do like the romance Christmas movies all the time because it's so
Yeah.
boring. It's like the same plot, but
Yeah.
Home Alone was like ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It was different.
Yeah.
My mom is huge on Hallmark movies,
Oh,
and
my mom is too.
she just
all
makes
the
me.
time.
She makes me watch it. Like if I want to hang out with my mom, like it's just understood. Hallmark's
gotta
going to be
watch
on the TV, and
Yeah.
it's just made me hate it. It's just I could tell you the plot from
Yeah,
the
from
moment
the
the movie
beginning.
starts.
Right from the
From the
beginning.
moment I see like a male character and a female character, I'm like, and
Ending.
then
They're
a
gonna fall in
second
love.
They're
male.
gonna get together.
And then,
Yeah.
and then either a second male or a second female comes in, and it's like,
Something's
Drama.
gonna happen.
what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing every time. But that's for another day. My favorite Christmas movie. People are gonna hate on me because it's so basic, but you can't go wrong with Elf.
Yeah, that's another good one.
I've never seen it.
No way.
I've never
I'm glad
seen
you whispered
Elf.
that.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't want to.
Maybe
Guys,
people missed it.
I'm already on
Maybe
thin
they didn't
ice.
hear it.
Yeah.
I'm already on thin ice right now.
People listening are going backwards. Like,
Yeah,
what was that?
Well,
what was that?
Is it better than saying I haven't seen it than not liking it? I feel like that's
No,
really. If
I would rather you have seen it and not liked it. Have you ever been to like a Christmas party?
we don't play
Has
that.
your family seen it?
Probably not. I don't think so.
You should watch it this year.
I will watch it this
And
year.
remember this right now.
I'm gonna
Yes.
be like,
watch it.
when I was on
Exactly.
All In, they clowned on me for not watching Elf. I will watch Elf this year, and I'll give such a glowing review, hopefully, of
Well,
it.
give an honest review. I think
No,
it's
it's
most
funny. You'll like
is
it.
I
good.
like Will Ferrell.
There's no
so I
way
feel
you
like
won't
I'd
like
like
it.
You like Will Ferrell and you've never seen Elf? What movie do you like from Will Ferrell?
He's just done so many other movies that are
Yeah.
good.
That's true. He is an icon, but
is.
I never
Yeah.
seeing Elf. I guess. I mean,
Okay, we need to get the heat off of me
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this is starting to hurt my feelings. So, Anna, if you didn't play basketball, what other sport would you have played?
Well,
three-sport athlete.
I did play. I played softball growing up, and I played soccer until high school. Well, in high school until my senior year. But I always when I watch hockey, I always wish that I played hockey. So if I didn't play basketball, maybe I would have played hockey. I think that would be a really cool, fun sport to
Hockey
play.
is like so fast and so
It's
fun.
just seems like a
they-
sport that I would
They
play
just
too.
like run around on the ice and
And
like
hit each
skate.
other and score goals, and it's fast paced. So
I don't
I think that would
know.
be really fun.
Skate. The idea of like running is hard enough. Like that takes enough out of me. I don't know if I could. I
Skate
could.
while doing. Yeah.
I don't. I'd have to learn how to skate. Then I'd
And
have to
then
be good at it.
backwards, So
Oh,
you
And
have
then
to go
backwards,
too.
and then have to worry about someone like clocking
Hitting
me.
you.
Like, it's man.
I think it would be fun.
It would
Mhm.
it would be fun. I know we have a lot of friends who watch hockey, who report on hockey,
Yeah.
but it's one of those sports I haven't watched a lot. But I
I don't
plan
really
on
know the
changing.
rules either, so it would be interesting to learn
I feel like
it.
that would be more fun though to go in not knowing the rules and just go in
Yeah.
and play a game and just see how it goes
Yeah.
because
That might be beneficial too, like not overthinking things, just free spirit
Doing it.
playing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It might be a, gosh, what is a women's NHL? I'm gonna butcher it if I try and say it. There is a league and it is
I
fun
don't
to
even-
watch.
I
There's
don't even know.
the New York team is like the Riveters,
Ooh.
Hmm.
so that's
Crazy.
fun.
Look at that.
Shout out to the Riveters.
Yeah. Shout
Move-
out.
Anyways, I think I have just one last question here. Let me figure out where it went. Bum bum bum. Yeah, Maddie, do you have? I thought I had it, and then I looked. It was not there.
I got it. I tried to gesture
There
it
it
to
is, yep.
you, but it didn't work out. So, lastly, we just got to ask, what's your favorite part about being a Ram? Like, you're now coming to your senior year, the close of it. What was your favorite part about being a Ram, and what is kind of, you're going to take away from this?
Well, I've met some incredible people at my time at Fordham, including my teammates, and I'm confident in when I say this that my friends and teammates here will be my friends forever. And I think that's something just goes about who I am and shows who I am because I met some crazy people and I can't wait to be friends with them for the rest of my life.
Absolutely. There's no better way to conclude this than that. Anna, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be here. That is going to wrap up this edition of All In. All In is a production of WFUV Sports.